Thank you for being here with me this evening. Fumi Abino, I see you. Onye Emeto, I hope I got your name correctly. Good evening, you're welcome. Omoju, I hope. Good to see you, you're welcome. Timo's Collection, I see you. Jay Twoyo, I see you, you're welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening. My friends on YouTube, my friends on Facebook, you're welcome this evening. My friends on MixLR, I see you, you're welcome this evening. Eunice Samuel, you're welcome. Adenrele Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for being here, everybody. Do me a big favor. Invite a friend, invite a loved one. For those of us on Instagram, please tag your friends right in the comments right now. Let them know what's about to go down. We're going to have a good time. A good time. So go ahead and tag your friend. Go ahead and communicate with folks. Let them know what's going on right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Olabere Folari, I see you. Savior Mba, I see you. You're welcome. Mamandan Forever, I hope I got your name correctly. Thank you for joining me this evening. Come on, go ahead, invite your friend. Hey, Tosin Adedayo, I see you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Go ahead, invite somebody, invite somebody. Those of us on Instagram, tag a friend. Try 2 people, tag them in the comments right away. Let them know what's happening. Thank you for joining me this evening. Okay, let's get down to work. Welcome everybody. I want to believe you've had a beautiful day so far. Thank you. Wisdom Way Forward, good evening. Good to have you here on MixLR. GP4, Eunice Samuel, Double DO3. Welcome on MixLR. Thank you for being here. Our topic today, we're going to start this conversation this evening and we will continue every Wednesday till the end of July. The topic is network. Building strategic relationships. You will notice the work, for those who are on YouTube and Facebook, you would notice work there is bold, net is small, and that is the emphasis I want to bring to us in this series. Okay, by the way, this is the 3rd teaching I'm going to be doing on relationships this year. So if you have not been a part of previous editions, I will encourage you to try and get the audio downloads. I did authentic relationships earlier in the year, and then I followed it up with the 8 commandments. Now you can catch the 8 commandments on my YouTube channel. Okay, you can catch the 8 commandments part 1 and 2 on my YouTube channel, where I talked about 8 principles of building authentic relationships. But the series Authentic Relationships, you can download the audio from the Eel City audio store, or digital store, sorry, eelcityng.org/store. You can get to download all the audio of the teaching Authentic Relationships. I want to share some ideas that I didn't share in those 2 previous series that we did, all right, before now. This one is titled Network. If you know me very well, perhaps you know by now, I have a body of information that I share repeatedly from time to time. It got to a point where it dawned on me that it's not enough for me to teach things and move on from them, but to emphasize these things over and over again for a number of reasons. Number one, there are people who are listening to this for the first time who were not part of the previous, all right, sessions where I taught these principles. Number two, between the last time I shared on these ideas and now, I have learned many more things, many more principles that I involved or that I inculcated into this new presentation. And that's the reason why I keep sharing these same things over and over again, so that we can be grounded in them. The third reason why I share these things over and over again is because of the power of repetition. If we want people to be grounded, to understand principles, we have to learn to share them repeatedly in interesting ways. The last time I taught this, by the way, was in 2020. So if you were part of that 2020 session. It was, I think, during the lockdown that I did this series in 2020. This is fresh material. There is a lot of insight in this new presentation that was not in that one. And you know me very well. I'm a man of faith. Everything I share is based on scriptures, not for religious reasons, but because God essentially designed the world to run by principles, and a lot of those principles are codified in the Bible. So the Bible for me is not a religious book. It's a book of principles to live by. So let's start this journey this evening. I'm going to share with you from Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 17. I'm going to read it to you from the Bible in basic English. It says, "A friend is loving at all times and becomes a brother in time of trouble," or in times of trouble. Let me read it again. A friend is loving at all times and becomes a brother in times of trouble. By this definition, you will agree with me that it is not everybody that you relate with that you can call a friend. The Bible is helping you to understand who is your friend, and that's the definition I want to work with, okay, as we start to talk about strategic relationships. Who can you call a friend? The Bible says a friend loves at all times. This is not a fair weather friend. This is not somebody that is with you when things are rosy and then the person runs away when things are difficult. No, a friend is loving at all times and becomes a brother in times of trouble. In other words, at good times, the friend is there to share it with you. In difficult times, the friend digs in his or her heel and gets even more committed to you. For the purpose of our discussion, I want to give us a working definition of a strategic relationship. What is a strategic relationship? A strategic relationship is a relationship that facilitates the fulfillment of mutual aspirations. A relationship that adds value to you and helps you achieve your objectives. Let's read that again. A strategic relationship is a relationship that facilitates the fulfillment of mutual aspirations. A relationship that adds value to you and helps you to achieve your objectives. From this definition, you can tell, do you have strategic relationships or do you just have relationships in your life? Listen to this. One of the most important things you can do to achieve anything you set your heart to is to surround it with valuable relationships. Okay? One of the most important things you can do, okay, to achieve anything you set your heart to is to surround it with valuable relationships. It was Charles Jones who said that you are the same today as you will be in the next 5 years, except for the people you meet and the books you read. Let me say that again. Charles Jones said, you are the same today as you will be in the next 5 years, except for the people you meet and the books you read. In other words, in the next 5 years, nothing is likely to have changed about you except you do two things. You read books intentionally and you broker relationships intentionally. What Charles Jones was saying in a nutshell is that your network will determine your outcome. This is crucial. Your network will determine your outcome. Or like we have been saying severally, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20, we all know it, but the Message Bible says, become wise by walking with the wise. Hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Okay? Your company is your prophecy. The quality of the people you do life with will determine your outcome in life. Another verse of scripture, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. The contemporary English version says, don't fool yourselves. Bad friends will destroy you. Okay? Bad friends will destroy you. So if anybody is going to help you forward in life, they have to be friends who are strategic. In other words, they have quality they are bringing to the table. They are strong, perhaps in the area where you are weak. Don't fool yourselves. Bad friends will destroy you. You know, people, you cannot give what you don't have. Nobody can take you further than they have ever been. So the quality of the people that you do life with is the quality of your outcome in life. In John chapter 2 verse 11, Mary was the one who made a demand on Jesus at the wedding at Cana in Galilee because she knew him. He was there because she knew what he was capable of. She created an opportunity for him. It's the same thing with you. The people that know you, the people that value you, are the ones that are mostly going to what? Create opportunities for you. Henry Ford in his day said, my best friend is the one that brings out the best in me. Another example is in 1 Samuel chapter 16, the story of David and how he came to walk in the courts of Saul. It was a servant of Saul who knew David that introduced him to Saul. This is what I'm trying to say. Somebody who already knows you, or somebody who you are going to meet very soon, is the one that's going to open the door that will change your story. Okay, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. Another one that really is important to me is in Mark chapter 2 verse 1 to 5, the story of the paralytic. The Bible records how that Jesus was in the house and he was preaching. There were so many people there. There was no room for people to come into the place. There was a guy, he was paralyzed, but the Bible said he was brought by 4 friends. Okay, he was brought by 4 friends. In other words, there are places you may not be able to get to yourself, but the quality of people in your life will sometimes determine how far you go. When they got there, there was nowhere for them to enter. Everywhere was blocked. The Bible records how that they went to the roof, tore off the roof, and lowered their friend right in front of Jesus. Each and every one of us, we need this kind of 4 friends in our lives. Strategic relationships. People who are willing to go far. People who are willing to take a risk. People who are willing to inconvenience themselves for your benefits. The question I want to ask you this evening is, do you have those kind of relationships in your life? Can you say categorically that you are surrounded by valuable relationships? You are surrounded by people who are committed to your cause, that you are surrounded by people who are willing to inconvenience themselves to further your cause on earth? If not, you want to come along with me this evening as we continue to talk about building strategic relationships. Now, this is the big idea I came to share with you this evening. I want you to pay attention to this. The quality of your network is primarily up to you. Let me say that again. The quality of your network is primarily up to you. Now, that may come as a shocker to so many people, or better still, may sound counterintuitive for some. You know, because the average person thinks they are that people are doing things to them, or people are happening to them, or life is happening to them. But please take this from me. The quality of your network is primarily up to you. Why am I saying that? Because of the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that who you are is who you attract. This is important. Who you are is who you attract. Who you are is who you attract. In other words, if you are not an excellent person, if you are not a qualitative person, when qualitative or excellent people come into your life, they will not be able to stay. Now, if you are a qualitative person or an excellent person, when mediocre people come into your life, they will not be able to stay. And so somebody's saying, yeah, but I've been working on my character. I'm a very good person, but I'm yet to, broker excellent relationships, or I am not happy with the kind of people I'm doing life with. Listen, it's only a matter of time. If you are excellent and they are not, they cannot stay. It's only a matter of time, okay? Water will find its level. However, if you are mediocre and you want excellent people in your life, even if they come, it's only a temporary experience. Why? Because the law of attraction says who you are is who you attract. In other words, who you are is who you can keep in your life. Now, there's a question I want you to ask yourself. If you are taking notes, I want you to write down this question. Why will anybody want me in their corner? Ask that question. Write it down. When you sleep tonight, I want you to think about it. What about me will make anybody want me in their life? I'm talking about, why will anybody want to marry me? Why will anybody want to employ me? Why will anybody want to do business with me? Ask yourself that question. If you don't ask yourself that question, you are not ready to build strategic relationships. What is of value, okay, to other people by relating with me? Let me help you answer that question. You've got to do more thinking by yourself, but let me help you tonight. The only reason why anybody wants a relationship with you primarily is because of your point of attraction. There's something called your point of attraction, okay? If you can identify it, you can direct the flow of meaningful relationships into your life. If you can identify your point of attraction. In other words, there is something about you that attracts people to you. Now think about this. Everybody has a point of attraction. There is one reason people want to relate with you. One of the ways you know your point of attraction is just take a poll. Ask your friends, why do you like relating with me? It would amaze you how that you would notice a pattern. Most of them will say the same thing. Now the interesting thing is that your point of attraction can be anything. It can be your looks, it can be your attitude, it can be your achievement, your track record of success, it can be your intelligence, it can be your cooking skills or whatever skills, your singing skills, your dancing skills, it can be your dress sense, okay? Whatever makes people want to be around you is your point of attraction. And God in his goodness designed this world as such that everybody has a point of attraction. When you want to direct the flow of good relationships into your life, the first thing you need to do is to identify your point of attraction. Why do people like me? In other words, what am I selling? What are people buying? Why are they thronging me? Why do they want to be a part of my life? Let me give you a few examples from the Bible. Joseph's point of attraction was his administrative skills and his ability to interpret dreams. David's point of attraction was his ability to play music, primarily. Solomon's point of attraction was his wisdom. Esther's point of attraction was her beauty. Abraham's point of attraction was his flexibility. Ruth's point of attraction was her commitment. The question is, what is your point of attraction? Write it down. Note it. You cannot give what you don't have. Now, the interesting thing is people are already coming into your life. People are already being attracted to you, are coming by your point of attraction. So it's not difficult to figure out. That's the starting point, okay? What is my point of attraction? Okay, the big idea tonight is that the quality of your network is primarily up to you, okay? The moment you want to start building strategic relationships, it begins with a point of attraction. You know, for me, it's wisdom and communication, or better still, wisdom, communication, leadership. The average person in my life is in my life because of my wisdom, okay, my communication, my leadership. You've got to write your own down, okay? The message I came to share with you tonight is this. If you keep improving your point of attraction, you will improve the quality of people you attract into your life. This is important. If you keep improving your point of attraction, you will attract, or better still, you will improve the quality of the people that you attract into your life. But take this from me. Attraction is not enough. Attraction is not enough. To build strategic relationships, attraction must be reinforced with trust. Okay? To build strategic relationships, attraction must be reinforced with trust. Okay? Trust is a product of good character over a long period of time. Listen to this. People will come to you because of your point of attraction, but it is the quality of your person that will make them stay with you. Let me say it in another way. People will come to you because they like you, but they will only stay in your life because they trust you. Let me say that again. People will come into your life because they like you, but they will only stay in your life because they trust you. So attraction must be reinforced with trust. And that is why thriving businesses invest more in systems that guarantee an excellent consumer experience or customer experience than they invest in advertisement. This is important. Thriving organizations invest more in systems that guarantee an excellent customer experience than that they invest in advertising. Okay? An excellent product is its own advertisement. An excellent product is its own advertisement. The same thing with you. An excellent person is he or her own advertisement. This is important. And that's why you will notice some luxury brands like Rolls-Royce, okay, like Zara, like Lamborghini, you hardly see them advertise. That's the truth. I was reading something not long ago, okay, on these luxury products. Now, Marjorie Comer said something. She said, consumers buy from these corporations because of the experience they offer and because of the quality of their products. Less successful companies think they need advertising to get customers, but the best brand, or rather the best brands, use their products, reputations, and stories to attract customers. This is important. The best brands, luxury brands, expensive brands, they use reputation, stories, okay, and the quality of their products to attract customers. It's the same thing with you. You want great people in your life, you want excellent people in your life, you want to make sure that you are a good person. This is what I'm saying, and it's on this note that I'm going to round up my presentation tonight. If you can only work on one thing, then work on the quality of your person. Because if you work on your character, your reputation will take care of itself. I'll say that again. If you work on your character, your reputation will take care of itself. Now, let me remind you the big ideas we have shared tonight. First, I told you that your network will determine your outcome in life. Number two, I told you that the quality of your network is primarily up to you. In other words, who you are is who you attract. Now, I told you to ask yourself a question. Why will anybody want me in their corner? Why will anybody want to marry me? Why will anybody want to work with me? Why will anybody want to employ me? Why will anybody want to patronize me? I said it is because there is something about you that makes everybody like you, or that makes most people like you. I call it your point of attraction. And your point of attraction can be anything. Your singing skills, your cooking skills, your body, the way you look. Okay, I mean, for example, if you have a very good body, all right, advertisers will want you to model. If you have a good build, okay, you see, they look for people who have six-pack to sell gym equipment, okay, to people who want six-pack. That's the way it works. So it is what you already have that people are going to be attracted to, and everybody has something. But I said, if you keep improving in that area, in your point of attraction, you can generate flow. You can direct the flow of quality people into your life. But the caveat is that attraction is not enough. Attraction must be reinforced with trust. Trust is a product of character over a long period of time. So, and that's where we are concluding today. If there's anything that you want to work on, it is the quality of your person. So, in summary, how do I build strategic relationships? Identify your point of attraction, work on it, and then reinforce your point of attraction with good character. Because people come to you because they like you, but they would only stay with you because they trust you. All right. Next Wednesday, I'm going to talk about relevance. I'm going to talk about growth. Okay. These are other factors that will help you build strategic relationships. Let's stop there tonight and continue next week, Wednesday. But before we go, I want to take some questions, all right? And that's one of the ways we have a robust discussion. And if you have any opinion you want to share, you can also put it in the comments, okay? If you want to ask a question, please use the question icon on Instagram Live and use the chat section on all the other platforms. And I can take your questions tonight or read out your contribution to everybody who is live with us this evening. You know, I like to keep these sessions, short, so that people can consume the whole material at a go subsequently. So if you want to see previous editions of Life and Leadership with P. Shegs, you probably want to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Segun Oke. Everything I've taught before now is already there. For example, the 8 commandments of building authentic relationships is on YouTube, part 1 and part 2. It's absolutely free. While you are on that page, please do me a favor and like or subscribe to the page, and of course click on the notification button so that you can see when I upload new content on that page. So quickly, if you have a question, use the question icon, okay, on Instagram Live. I'll use the chat section on other platforms before we round up tonight. By the way, if you missed Reset 2022, it was off the hook. It was some fantastic time in prayer and teaching over the weekend at Hill City. You can go to the YouTube channel of Hill City to catch up, all right, on Reset 2022. Pastor Bolaji Dowu spoke there. Pastor Gideon Mbas spoke. I did. My wife did. And of course, my friend Bayo Shinuga from the UK also had a beautiful time preaching and teaching us at Hill City. Let me give you a hint. I'm releasing a book come October titled Moving Forward. Okay, at Reset 2022, I shared from 2 chapters from the book. So you want to quickly go on YouTube and get my sessions and get a foretaste of this new book that's going to come out in October titled Moving Forward. It's the sequel to my second book, The Checklist. You don't want to miss it for anything. All right. Let me confirm we don't have any question, and then we can round up tonight. Comments, feedback, just let me know. And even if it's just you telling us how much this has been a blessing to you, go ahead and just share some insight, share some comments so that it can bless somebody this evening. All right. So on Mixlr, we have a question. This person says, is it possible that someone cannot have a point of attraction, and how can one identify it? It is absolutely impossible that a person does not have a point of attraction. Okay, everybody has a point of attraction. Everybody has a point of attraction. When somebody feels I don't have a point of attraction, that is insecurity. That's inferiority complex. Okay, but everybody has a point of attraction. How do you know? Just gather about 5 of your friends and ask them, what do you like about me? You can go from 5 and go to 10. By the time you hit 10 people, you will see a pattern. You will see a number of them say the same thing, or say the same thing in different ways. All right, everybody has a point of attraction. Okay. Somebody says, sorry, I'm trying to get that question very well. The question is not complete, I think. Is it okay to crowdsource by? That's where it ends. Please, Olamilekon, can you please help us complete the question? Okay, or maybe put it in the comments in case you had a limitation using the question icon. Please help us with that. So everybody has a point of attraction. Olamilekon, please resend the question. Let's have the complete question so that I understand what your question is. Let me confirm from YouTube and Facebook if we have any questions so that we can take them tonight. All right. Okay. We have a question on YouTube. It says, how can one build strategic relationships in a working environment that is hostile? Good. So, in as much as this is just the beginning, okay, in the rest of the sessions, you are going to get more insight on how to build, okay, strategic relationships. But let me say something about a hostile environment. First thing first, a hostile environment is what you call it. So it's important that you don't allow the negativity in the environment to get to you. So first and foremost, do not refer to it, okay, as a toxic environment. That's the first thing. All right. You see, what you call it is important. What you call it is important. I know it's possible for the environment to be toxic, but first, don't allow that. Don't embrace it. That's number one. Now, number two, you see, you cannot determine how people behave, but you can determine how you respond. And I said a strategic relationship, okay, let me read it again, or perhaps let me also share for the benefit of everybody. I said a strategic relationship is a relationship that facilitates the fulfillment of mutual aspirations. A relationship that adds value to you and helps you achieve your objectives. So question one, what are you there, okay, to achieve? What are you there to achieve, and what is the environment contributing to your objective? There's a principle, okay, by John Maxwell. He calls it the 101% principle. In other words, look for that one thing that we share in common, that one thing that we agree concerning, and give it 100% attention. Okay, it's important. That's 101% principle. In other words, the people in this work environment, they may not totally share your values, but the one they share, or the area where you have an agreement. I'll give you an example. Maybe it's a toxic working environment, but you are paid every month. Fixate on the fact that I get paid from this job, and from this pay, I'm able to facilitate my life and continue building until I'm able to move into a better environment. And what I'm saying is, respond to the negative with positive. Practice the 101% principle, and that is how you can start to build a strategic relationship even in a toxic environment. Of course, I agree with you. It's not the best place to be. Remember, you are not going to be there forever. But while you are there, make the most of that environment. So focus on what's working, not what is not working. All right, I'll give an example. A lot of people who live in Nigeria have a lot of negative things to say about Nigeria. But the people that thrive in Nigeria are those who have learned to respond to the negativity, okay, with positive attitude. Because there's always something to be excited about. For example, as challenging as life in Nigeria is, Nigerians are some of the happiest people on earth. Our sense of humor is incredible. And so you can be happy here, you can catch your fun here, you can be positive regardless of, have you noticed we make fun of everything, we enjoy ourselves in spite of everything. It means the average Nigerian will have a healthy mental health, or a positive or a strong mental health condition. That's an advantage to this environment. You know, you've seen people in flooded areas, they will bring their table and chair in the middle of the water, they'll be eating and drinking and having fun. It's not a palatable experience, but they have just learned to do what? To make the most of it. But like I said, don't forget, you won't be there forever. The mistake you don't want to make is you don't want the toxicity to get into you. Now, if you check out of that environment, you may not be able to recover if you let the toxicity get inside you. That was exactly what happened to the Jews. When they left Egypt, they had been in slavery for so long that some of them, even though they were no longer slaves, they could not but think and behave like slaves. And so you want to make sure that the negative environment does not get inside you. Let's look at another question here. Okay. Olamilekon says, I was asking if it's okay to crowdsource by asking people what your point of attraction is. Exactly. Okay. Look for between 10 and 20 people. If you're a really famous person, you may even want to do a questionnaire and ask people to answer the question anonymously. What do you like about me? Businesses do that all the time. What do you like about me? What do you think is my strength? Of what benefit have I been to you? In the years that we have been friends or that you have known me, can you name the top 5 things you have benefited from relating with me? When you do that, it will amaze you how that in all the responses, you will see a pattern. It's important, okay? You will see a pattern. It's a very good thing for you to do, Olamilekon. You can crowdsource. Definitely ask your friends and your loved ones, people that have known you for a long time, people that you have been working with, people you have been doing life with. Ask them, what do you like about me? What have you benefited the most about me? Another way you can ask the question is, of all the opportunities available to me, which one do you think I will excel at? Their responses will help you understand what your point of attraction is. Another thing I will say to you is, the average one of us, you have an idea of what your point of attraction is. One of the ways you know it is you enjoy doing it yourself. Okay, you are passionate about it, you are excited at it, you enjoy doing it. All right, for example, I love what I'm doing. Okay, I love to learn and I love to impart knowledge. It's something I am passionate about. Before anybody now gets to tell me, oh, every time you speak, you inspire me, every time you speak, I learn. Even if you don't learn, I enjoy it. And that's what I'm saying. One of the ways you know your point of attraction is not just what people benefit, but that even you yourself, you enjoy doing it. All right, I think we've been able to handle all the questions we have for this evening. Do me a favor, join me next Wednesday as we continue this discussion on network. And much more than questions, please come with your feedback, come with your contributions. Let's make this a robust discussion. Okay, so next week Wednesday we're going to take this to another level. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. In the meantime, you can go to my YouTube channel and see other content we've created over the past few weeks from the beginning of the year. There's so many things you can benefit from on that channel. youtube.com/Segun. Okay, tonight's presentation is going to be there right after this time, so you don't want to miss a recap. In case you join us lately, you can go back to my YouTube channel and watch everything from beginning to the end. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your week. God bless you. Bye-bye.